This is the Steam Deck, and there are a ton of new games that came out in 2023 that are worth playing on the go. Let's get into my top 5. Hey, quickly, before we get into the video here, we are giving away another Miu Mini Plus, so subscribe down below to be considered to win this. That's all you have to do. I will be saying in the next video what user has won. Till then, back to the video. So, before we break the bank here, I have some criteria. It has to have come out in 2023. It has to be able to be played on the Steam Deck without Wi-Fi. Any sort of online competitive game that needs a login to play. Sorry, Destiny, you can't be played on this.
Well, let's go outside to test these games on the go. Now that we've left the safe haven of our bunker, we can go and finally meet this guy, Dave. Dave is a cool little diver that likes to rummage the blue hole and decide what fish to catch during the day, and at night, well, he's working at a sushi restaurant because he's got to pay back those bills. Dave the Diver is a casual single-player adventure RPG. You can join Dave and his quirky friends as they seek to uncover the secrets of the mysterious blue hole. It's a fun little game that is very non-intensive to play, and I see why that this has been being played on the Steam Deck very frequently. The art style is fantastic, and I highly recommend it. Now on to the next. Survival is just the beginning. 6 years have passed since the biological disaster in Raccoon City. Agent Leon S. Kennedy, one of the survivors of the incident, has been sent to rescue the president's kidnapped daughter. He tracks her to a secluded European village where there is something terribly wrong with the locals. And certain rises on this story of daring rescue and grueling horror where life and death, terror and catharsis interact. This is a remake of Resident Evil 4, and it's featuring modernized gameplay, a reimagined storyline, and vividly detailed graphics. Resident Evil 4 marks the rebirth of an industry juggernaut. So if you want to relive the nightmare that revolutionized survival horror games, grab this one for the Steam Deck because it is a fun game, especially on the go. Make sure to play this with headphones and somewhere in the dark. Oh look, a quick tip!
It's cool to pick out these games throughout the year and kind of put them on your wish list because even if you're playing something currently on the Steam Deck, it's a good idea to throw some of these that you may like on your wish list, and when they go on sale, because Steam always has sales, you'll be notified and you'll be able to pick those games up for a cheaper price.
We know it's all about that money, and in this next game, I don't think they have conventional money. In Sea of Stars. Sea of Stars is a turn-based role-playing game inspired by the classics like Contra. It tells the story of two children of the solstice who will combine the powers of the sun and the moon to perform eclipse magic, the only force capable of fending off the monstrous creations of the evil alchemist known as the Fleshmancer. This is a very cool game with a 16-bit type of retro feel here, and audio mixed with the visuals make a fantastic little game on the Steam Deck.
Let's take a quick break here to talk about today's, well, not video sponsor, but Crave sent over this battery bank that I was using while I was out traveling and camping this weekend, and it absolutely worked great. We were able to take the Steam Deck and play it while we continued to charge it, which is a big deal. Being able to play it and charge it, it has to be over a certain wattage. With this 20,000 milliamp hour battery, you can get a lot done on the Steam Deck. I also used it to charge my phone, charge my gimbal I was using for shooting while we were out in the park, and many other things that are USB-C or just you can plug it in with regular USB. Yes, some of this footage is with the new iPhone 15 Pro Max, a lot of it actually. Anything in the park you see is what I used because I thought it'd be cool to see the new phone and use this power bank, and it got a lot of things done in the checkbox department.
Up next is our favorite synthwave and futuristic game, Cyberpunk 2077. And yes, this has come out a while ago, but the new DLC has come out, and it is perfect on the Steam Deck because Cyberpunk itself has a Steam Deck setting. The DLC here is called Phantom Liberty. It's a spy thriller adventure where you get to play as V again and embark on a high-stakes mission of espionage and intrigue to save the new USA president. It gives you a new area and you're able to dive into new story missions that are pretty cool. And it redid the skill tree, so it gives you a lot of new options to play the game and fixed a lot of other problems that the game had. So if you haven't dived in before, now's a good time. Alright, up next we have numero uno, which will be Baldur's Gate 3. This is a fantastic new game set in a story-rich, party-based, feels turn-based, but isn't, RPG in the universe of Dungeons & Dragons, where your choices shape the entire tale of fellowship and betrayal, survival and sacrifice, and lore of the absolute power. It's a very fun game. If you like story and role-playing, this is the game for you because this mixes Dungeons & Dragons tabletop into a next-gen video game. It's also very, very fun on the Steam Deck. I think controlling the character with a controller versus a keyboard and mouse lets you actually play the character almost like a third-person type of view versus a unit, and it is just really cool.
I wanted to keep this to a top 5 only video, but I did want to mention some extras that do go on sale pretty frequently that are also very fun on the Steam Deck and just on the go in general, but don't really fit the criteria here. Dredge is very fun on the Steam Deck, and it's a cool game to pick up and play a little bit and then put back down again. Very good with headphones. In addition to the Monster Hunter series and the Final Fantasy series, a lot of the Final Fantasy ones are actually getting reported and remade into Steam, which is fantastic because they will play on the Steam Deck, and they take for frickin' ever, so load it up and play while, you're in the bathroom. 2023 so far has been a fantastic year for games, and I think it's getting into that season where they're going to be releasing more games and more hardware coming down the line. So subscribe down below to make sure you know what's coming out and what's, popular. And if you'd like to know more about any sort of technology or any fun gadgets and gizmos in gaming, take a look at these videos. Because there's something for everybody. But not that spider. Crawled right into the Steam Deck.